He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Volusia wins it. The championship.
Welcome to Mechanicville, the neutral site for the New York State Regionals as we kick into the New York State playoff format, the battle between the Tuckahoe Tigers and the Greenwich Witches. Hi everyone, Tim Drawbridge alongside Glenn Perry, Julie Gilboy up top on camera tonight. We got, I think, an excellent battle between Section 2 and Section 1. As Greenwich beat Stillwater last week, Glenn 31-7 in a driving rain. And Tuckahoe, the score a lot closer, as both head coaches indicated during our conversations this week. 48-40, Tuckahoe beating Haldane. So I think we have a Jim Dandy of a matchup tonight here in Mechanicville as we get ready for the playing of our national anthem. Field conditions a little bit wet after some rain and snow showers during the course of the day here in the Tri-Cities of upstate New York, the capital region. Just a little bit north of Albany by about 30 or so minutes. Again, Tuckahoe traveling up the New York State Thruways. You check out the bracket here, beating Haldane last week again, 48-40. Now, based on the New York State playoff format, Haldane is actually in the bracket this weekend playing Mariah. The wild card for Section 2 actually comes into play 2 years from now in 2023. The winner of this game ultimately will end up playing in Middletown a week from tomorrow at 3 p.m. Haldane and Mariah playing up at Ausable Valley, also here on the NFHS network. 7 o'clock kick, so they're going to be playing simultaneous to this broadcast. Two players to watch, Glenn, as we check out the keys to the game. On the Greenwich side of the ball, both offense and defense, and ironically, they're both the star running backs and middle linebackers. Matt Conlon, number 26 for Greenwich, and for Tuckahoe, Michael Myers, number 21.
As you mentioned with Tuckahoe, they're going to have speed, especially on the edges, so Greenwich has got to be careful of that. And I think Greenwich has got a pretty decent quarterback in Jesse Kuzmich. Good decision-making out of him. And we're going to see how good Greenwich is here on offense. I think they're going to be a balanced type of offense here tonight.
Absolutely. Chatham 2 weeks ago with Greenwich took away their passing game, so they became more of a run dimension. And like I already mentioned, in a driving rain last week, beating up on Stillwater 31-7. They really didn't have to take to the air too much, and they're going to have to do that tonight against the Tuckahoe Tigers, who come into this game ranked number 6 by the New York State Sports Writers. They are the visiting team, even though they are the number 1 seed in Class D in the bracket. Greenwich, number 4 with New York State, 10-0 versus the 8-1 record with Tuckahoe. Again, they are the number 2 seed in the Class D bracket.
Well, we should talk about the weather a little bit. Right now it's 38 degrees, but we had rain earlier today, like one of those either snow flurry, wet snow flurry, one of those deals, wet snow and rain a little bit. So the field might be a little slick, but it stopped, obviously, but it is showing some dampness on the field.
So we've had the toss of a coin. Greenwich is going to receive the kick. They will defend the south goal. Tuckahoe will defend the north goal and get the ball to kick off the second half. I think actually the stands are probably the worst conditions regarding field conditions because they're wet and it's getting a little slick. We end up stepping the wrong way.
Yes, and we'll be slipping and falling there. Yeah, especially when we got to haul our equipment at the end of the night. So
absolutely
keep our steps aware there when we're going downstairs.
Both head coaches, Coach Lynette, Brandon Lynette for Greenwich, John Diarco for Tuckahoe, remarking that both of their teams had a great week in practice. Considering the length of travel, Glenn, and from your travels around New York State coming up from New Jersey, it's a long ride when you get north of exit 14 on the thruway still. And Tuckahoe's coming from close to the city in Westchester County down toward Yonkers and New Rochelle.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, it seems like an eternity after maybe, exit 16. I notice it, when you get to the, I forget which exit it was. It is exit 14, 15, and a little bit up 16. After 16, then it becomes desolate.
Here's Bartolini with an onside kick, little squib kick. A surprise there. And field position also going to be one of the keys to the game here, and that's where Greenwich will start on offense here. 1st and 10. The 44 heading toward the north goal. Here's the starting lineup for the Greenwich Witches. Senior leadership and communication key on both teams. And when it comes to Greenwich, Hunter Dixon, Jackson Javerick, Ryan Ailing, Ethan Banfield, Gavin Blair helping to open up holes for Conlon, who stampedes through the middle of the line. A nice, healthy gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and about 5 along 6 from the 49.
Yeah, good run by Conlon following those blockers. So, that puts your offense in good situations where they want to pass or run at this point.
Kuzmic running the pistol. Conlon to his right, sends Bennett in motion to the far side. Inside handoff, Conlon immediately grabbed by Michael Myers. And Conlon, who didn't really lose too much in any of his rushes last week, 20 rushes, 174 yards for 2 touchdowns, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. And Greenwich is up to the line of scrimmage very quick here, running the quick tempo offense.
Yeah, we're going to try to throw Greenwich Tuckahoe a little off kilter here with their no huddle here.
Conlon off the right side. He'll get close to first down yardage. It looks by the far side official he had to get to the 46, and it looks like they're going to give it to him. 1st and 10 for Greenwich.
Good tackle by Pagnotta. I thought it maybe tackle him short of the first down, but they are going to give him 4th and short. That's it. Wow.
That's going to be 4th and about 6 inches. Greenwich going for it, so a big play here early first half action. Kuzmic up the middle to Conlon. Oh, and Kuzmic turns around and gets on Conlon's backside to help give him another yard, and they will get a new set of downs here. Nice conversion by Greenwich.
That's all I needed was that one, basically less than a foot right there to get the first down. You see it now with all these players offensive linemen trying to help the runners across the line of scrimmage. Back in the old days, they'd throw a penalty for pushing or something like that. They're aiding the runner.
Exactly. Kuzmic, he's got back in motions. Conlon coming near side, looking downfield, throwing deep. He's got Day. Incomplete. Nice idea. Good coverage by Tuckahoe.
Yeah, I was going to say it was good coverage. It was a good pass there by Kuzmic. I mean, that was perfect spiral right there. A little bit of jostling, but good non-call right there. Both both players are trying to play the ball.
One of the things with Kuzmic is the fact that he probably needed to set his feet up a little bit better to be able to drive that ball down just a little bit further for Day. So 2nd and 10 now from the Tiger 45. Kuzmic holds it, takes it upfield. Going to be a short gain. It looks like about 3, maybe 4. So it'll be 3rd and 6 from just outside the Tiger 40.
Yeah, spin move there by Kuzmic. Decided to keep the ball at the last second.
You got Day near side. Hughes split out to the far side. Conlon behind Kuzmic. Play action. Kuzmic had Bennett. Bennett couldn't get his hands on that one. A little bit of a rush throw by Kuzmic. Maybe a little tall, but Bennett certainly had the opportunity.
Yeah, sure did. Looked like he was open there. He might have had some running room after the catch, but a little bit high. Let's see what they're going to do here on 4th down. Might go for it. They're already in plus territory.
Pretty much Greenwich on this initial drive here has thrown more than they did against Stillwater last week up in Schuylerville. Kuzmic back to pass. Looking near side. Bennett snares it out of the air. Good coverage by Tuckahoe and Benke. But that'll be a gain of 16 and a new set of downs for the Witches. 1st and 10 from just outside the 25.
Yeah, good poise right there by Kuzmic. Right there on a 4th down situation. And good reception there. And that's 4th down conversion right there.
Coach Lynette's got to be very happy with how his offense is proceeding on the first play. He was concerned with the fact that they really hadn't passed too much the last couple of weeks. Conlon up the middle, but he's met by a staunch defense. Jason Smith, number 28, with the initial contact.
Yeah, good play up front in the defensive line. They stacked up the running back on Conlon. So, yeah, minimal game.
So 2nd and 9 now. Bennett, Hughes split out right side, the far side. Kuzmic holds it in. He's going to go. Touchdown, Greenwich from 27. So Kuzmic with a 27-yard touchdown puts Greenwich on the board. 6-0 here at the 8:23 mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, good RPO right there out of Kuzmic. So kept it, made the right decision, had basically a hole in that left side and scored.
He had a nice touchdown run last weekend. Nice vision on the field. The point after attempt here is up and good. So with 8:23 left here in the first quarter, live from Mechanicville, Greenwich 7, Tuckahoe nothing. You're watching the NFHS Network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
And welcome back to Mechanicville, the host site this weekend in Section 2. The neutral site between Greenwich, who had pretty much as Coach Brendan Lynette said, a normal Friday night routine coming across the river from Washington County versus Tuckahoe coming up the New York State Thruway, about a 3-hour drive from downstate. A live ball snared by the Tiger returner. Number 24 coming up near side hash, going to be taken down with a combination of both Hughes brothers, and that's where Tuckahoe will take it from there. Pagnotta on the return for Tuckahoe.
Yeah, good recovery there by Pagnotta. And that was obviously a live ball. Picked it up and got some positive yards. But going back to Kuzmic, yeah, good zone read there. Yeah, could have given it to Colin, but he knew he was going to be in trouble, so he kept it himself. So good instincts there by Jesse Kuzmic.
And one of the things that Coach Brandon Lynette for Greenwich talks about regarding Jesse Kuzmic, he's a student of the game. He's a quiet leader, not only in the locker room, but in the huddle, it's his huddle. He may be quiet, but everybody knows who's talking when it comes to being in the huddle, and that's Jesse Kuzmic. So here comes Tuckahoe at this point. See how they respond. Inside handoff. Short gain. That's Myers on the initial carry. A gain of about 2, maybe 3. 2nd and 7 for Tuckahoe. And Jack Calaccio in at quarterback. Last week, Calaccio ended up stepping in for the banged-up Michael Annunziata, throwing 4 touchdown passes to Connor Benke, John Benke, Jake Matarazzo, and Jacob Liberati in that 48-40 win over Haldane. We got a whistle from the far side official coming in.
Looks like a penalty marker.
Dead ball foul and illegal motion against Tuckahoe. Now you'll notice that we'll end up calling a lot of names, and you'll see this clearly in the C's and the D's. A lot of two-way players with the smaller roster sizes versus the double A's, the A's, and the B's.
Yes, Greenwich. I counted up 35 players for Greenwich. So, as you mentioned, you're going to see a lot of two-way players here.
Calaccio, far side pass, has him. Nice pitch and catch. Can't catch the number. I want to say it's number 88, John Benke. And that's a new set of downs for Tuckahoe. And that's one of the concerns that Coach Lynette had. They really haven't faced an open offense like this all year long. Conversely, Coach John Diarco, aside from Dobbs Ferries, is Myers pitches back.
Oh.
Wow, that was a risky move. Hughes had Myers, who pitched back in the swarming defense of Greenwich. Means a big loss for Tuckahoe. But just to finish the thought, and that's actually appropriate to have that thought mid-sentence stop, they haven't met anybody aside from Dobbs Ferry who's this physical.
Yes, and going back to that play, that was very risky, lateraling it back. But we'll see.
Handoff up the middle, still running. Believe that's number 28, Jason Smith, the junior. Gains back the loss of yardage and gets back with a 3rd and 7 now, just before midfield.
Yeah, gain of about 8 on the play. So it follows blockers. That was a nice run there. So 3rd manageable coming up here for the Tigers.
Myers is not in the backfield. It is Smith. Smith comes out, split out wide. So you have 4 split out to the near side. Trips close to the right tackle. 1 split out to the far side. Calaccio looking over the middle has Connor Benke turned back, trying to make a move to go upfield. He may have lost a first down. This is going to be very close here. See if Tuckahoe gets a new set of downs, or is it 4th and short?
I think it's going to be 4th and short. Or no, they might give it to him. No, they gave it to him.
5:52, first quarter action here, live from Mechanicville on the NFHS Network. Here comes Myers back in. Smith checking out with the quick substitutions. Calaccio, inside handoff to Meyer, who's stuffed immediately. There is Gavin Blair, who ended up shadowing C.J. Myers from Stillwater all day last Saturday. Myers had over 120 yards rushing, but Blair clearly was shadowing him from his inside linebacker position.
Yeah, we talked about in the keys of the game with Greenwich trying to contain the speed right there. That was up the middle, but so far we haven't seen any running plays on the edge right now from Tuckahoe.
Inside handoff, Myers coming near side. This is something actually they probably saw in game film with Stillwater last weekend, because Stillwater actually had some success with Dyer doing kind of those jet sweep runs after the big long rain delay with the rumble of thunder in the 4th quarter last week.
Yeah, we just talked about it. We haven't seen any stretch plays right there. That's the first one we saw. So Greenwich did a pretty good job right there. So to bring up a 3rd and long situation.
Benke, one of the receivers, far side. Greenwich typically doesn't blitz, nor do they shift. We'll see who the penalty's on. Greenwich running a 4-4. kind of a cover 3 in the back defensive backfield.
Yeah, the offside penalty against Greenwich. So that's going to be a huge penalty. It's not first down, but it makes it closer.
It's an interesting play call now for Coach John DiArco. Your passing game's clearly working. Do you try to attack the edges of this Greenwich defense since they seem to be now kind of in an attack mode?
Yeah, it could go with like a bubble screen or something like that. There's no wind, so yeah, I mean, it could have a pass play right here.
Connor Benke near side trips to the left, and here's Calaccio back to pass looking. He's got John Benke for a gain of about 5-6 and a new set of downs as Tuckahoe appears to be responding in a very good way to the Greenwich touchdown.
Yeah, converting those third downs right now, and that's a good recovery there by John Benke. A little low, so he had to make the adjustment.
Benke near side along with, I believe, Pagnotta and Connor Benke. Myers to Calaccio's right. Myers takes the ball off tackle, has real estate to run through, running right through that defense as Conlon takes down Myers at the 18.
So another first down here for the Tigers. So they're doing everything right so far. They're running the ball well, good passing game, good balanced offense thus far.
Calaccio, handoff Myers. This is something you did not see during the course of the year. One of those teams, not only Stillwater, but Warrensburg, able to do some running, but it was more toward the edges and trying to take Greenwich and stretch him out, which is what Coach John DiArco obviously can maximize with the athleticism of the Tiger offense. This was also a concern with Coach Lynette for Greenwich because he didn't want to see his defense be stretched out.
Yeah, well, break here because holding penalty here for Tuckahoe.
Liberati near side, Benke near side, Pagnotta near side. John Benke comes in off the left tackle. Calaccio still looking to the sideline with Meyer now shifting, and he'll be behind the left guard. Calaccio, quarterback keeper, good gain, picks up a lot of yardage off the penalty, so now it'll be third down and 12 or second down and 12? Second and 12.
Yeah, not a bad run there from Calaccio.
Pagnotta, Liberati, John Benke trips to the left. Meyer to Calaccio's right side.
Oh, another one.
Is it offsides or were they drawn?
I think it is offside.
You see Ryan Ailing running out onto the field with a substitution as Jackson Javerick comes jogging off. So 2nd and 7 now from the Witches' 16. Calaccio comes jogging back onto the field. Again, Calaccio played last week for Annunziato, who's injured. And between Calaccio and Annunziato this year, they have passed for over 1,600 yards. Handoff, Myers. There's an arm tackle in there, and that was by Colin Hughes, who was able to stay somehow on Myers, and Myers ended up going down to the ground with some assistance from some other Witch defenders.
Right now, those offside penalties might be hurting the Witches right now because they've had an offside penalty make it 3rd and short the last time. Now they got another 3rd and short coming up.
John Benke and Liberati split out to the left side. Connor Benke right side. Myers to Calaccio's right. John Benke motion. Calaccio's looking pass. Looking. He's got somebody wide open. Number 24. That's Pagnotta in for 6. Calaccio to Pagnotta. 13-yard touchdown pass. And we're a point away from being tied.
Tell you, Jack Scalicia had a great series right there, especially that play. He's looking to his right, didn't see anybody, and then goes right to his left for the open receiver and a touchdown.
So here is the point after by Michael Myers, who also does the place kicking duties for Tuckahoe. Penetration. Does the ball get up and through and over? It does. So with 50.9 seconds left here in the first quarter, we are tied at 7 in this Class D bracket of the New York State Regional Playoffs. You're watching the NFHS Network. And welcome back to Mechanicville. Tim Drawbridge alongside Glenn Perry, Julie Gilboy upstairs on camera. We thank you for watching us here on the NFHS Network. Tied at 7. The kick by Tuckahoe, squib kick, being touched by number 28, Caden McNeil, rather. McNeil still going across the 35 to the 38, taken down by Connor Benke and Liberati. And that's where Greenwich will start this series of downs, 1st and 10 from their 38.
Well, so far it's been an exciting game. Both teams have scored in here in the first quarter. So it was mentioned, high-scoring game. Remember last week that Tuckahoe and Haldane had a high-scoring affair there.
Well, it's kind of funny. Greenwich won last week 31-7. Their average point per game went down by 1 point.
Okay.
They averaged 46 points per game. As Kuzmic inside handoff to Conlon, who ended up battling back from the bruise to his oblique last week with a lot of rubbing, a lot of icing. He didn't play in the first series last week against Stillwater, but still pulled 174 off the ground. Got a nice, healthy gain on first down. It's going to be a second and a long one. But just to finish the point, Tuckahoe averages 42.3 points per game.
This might be the final play of the quarter.
Kuzmic, he keeps it. He had Conlon to pitch it. And Kuzmic gets the first down, taken down hard by number 54, Patrick Halloran. And with 1.9 seconds left before the end of the quarter, and the clock continues to run, and now we will have the end of the first quarter. So after 12, Mechanicville, the location, Greenwich 7, Tuckahoe 7. You're watching the NFHS Network. Welcome back to Mechanicville. Second series for Greenwich. We're tied at 7. Kuzmic, inside handoff to Bennett. Conlon, a lead blocker. Bennett, who didn't see much regarding yardage last week, rushing or passing. He was able to do some running to the edges a couple of weeks ago against Chatham. Gets a nice gain on first down. It'll be second and a long 2, a short 3.
Yeah, they should utilize Bennett a little bit more here in their offense. Looks like he's a very talented guy.
Kuzmic fakes the pitch to Bennett. Inside handoff to Conlon, who barrels through several Tiger defenders, and it's a new set of downs from the 31. 1st and 10 for Greenwich.
Well, it's too bad I don't have the size on Conlon, because if he keeps running the ball like that, he's going to wear out Tuckahoe's defense.
Conlon, again, inside handoff through the hands of number 88, John Benke. A gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5 now from the 26. As both offenses keep with this up-tempo, fast style of play. Hughes, Bennett split out far left. Conlon in the inside handoff, and Tuckahoe rises to the occasion with a short gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and a very long 2 for Greenwich.
Yeah, nice tackle by Andrew Reichel. Tackled the ankles of Conlon right there for a minimal gain.
So Jaden Hughes split out far left. Bennett and I believe Day near side. Conlon to the left side of Kuzmic on this 3rd and 2. Inside to Conlon. Still moving his feet, but credit the Tiger defense to rising to the occasion again. And it's probably going to be a 4th and 1 from the 28.
Yeah, the Tigers are ready for that one. So let's see what the Tuckahoe does here on defense. Are they going to put 8 men in the box against Conlon, or are they going to come up with another play here?
Kuzmic, inside handoff to Conlon. He's met at the initial point of contact. I don't think he made it.
No, I don't think so either.
Nice initial contact by they did give it to him.
Wow.
Curlow and another Tiger ended up getting Conlon at the initial point of contact, and his momentum, to me, looked like it completely stopped.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, he got that second effort and just fell forward.
Kuzmic outside pitch to Bennett, who juggled it and then slips to the ground, probably because he was hitting the edge of his cleats. So moisture still on the turf here at Mechanicville, and easy to go down when things are moist, whether it's natural or artificial turf.
Yeah, we talked about the rain this afternoon, so the field is a little slippery.
So 2nd and 10 from the 20. Declan Kelleher is the place kicker for Greenwich. Kicked a field goal last week of 30 yards. So they got to get a little bit closer for him as Kuzmic goes to the end zone, and it's a touchdown, Bennett! Nice pitching catch, but you got to give credit to the corner who got back in Bennett's face, and Bennett was still able to focus on the ball with the ball going just over the hands of the Tuckahoe defender. And we're 1 point away from a 14-7 score. Kelleher, the point after. High spin rate on the ball, but it's through the pipes, and it's true. So with 8:49 left until halftime, Greenwich 14, Tuckahoe 7. You're watching the NFHS Network. Welcome back to Mechanicville. This is the Class D part of the bracket for the New York State Run to the Dome. Tuckahoe coming up from Westchester County in Section 1, taking on Greenwich from Washington County. And Greenwich has a 14-7 lead as Tuckahoe takes it from the 30 up to the 40, crossing the 45 and down there. Nice return of 15 for Tuckahoe by number 4, Jake Matarazzo, and a set of downs for Tuckahoe to see how they now respond to the second Greenwich touchdown.
Well, they responded after the first Greenwich touchdown, so as you mentioned, right now the offenses have been very good thus far, and a good field position here for the Tigers, so let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Both Coach John Diarco, Brandon Lynette spoke about how the whole thing with COVID was, yes, it's a negative, but they had spring football. Like Coach Lynette said going into last week's game, now you know why the colleges have spring ball. They were able to establish a lot Calaccio to Benke. Nice catch. Tiptoed inside the sideline. A gain of about 16 to the 39 to Greenwich, and a 1st and 10 from there.
Yeah, good effort there. And as you mentioned, another first down here for Tuckahoe. So,
but just to finish the thought, you've done a lot of different sports like I have the last few weeks with the way the high school postseason goes. And the soccer coaches said this is a negative. Calaccio picked off! Kelleher! Check that, Jameson. Jameson, who had 2 picks last week as we get some laundry on the field with a flag, did the same thing he did last week, jumping in front of the intended receiver, who I believe was Benke, again, and timing out very nicely. We'll see what the flag does and how it may or may not affect the interception.
It's probably post-possession, probably post-interception, so it's probably going to be a Greenwich ball here. Probably maybe like a block on the back in the return.
Or a hold.
Yeah, or a hold on the return. Yeah.
Illegal use of the hands. So the first turnover for Tuckahoe. Again, one of those things we highlighted in our keys to the game, no turnovers. They had, I believe, 3 or 4 last week against Haldane. Let's see how this ends up playing out. 1st and 10 from Greenwich, deep inside their territory from their 18. Just to finish the thought. The volleyball coaches, boys or girls, the football coaches, relishing the fact that they have time to be able to establish their program. And yeah, a little sore from spring football as we get a short gain and another flag. As maybe some frustrations are getting aired out now. But when you have a young team, just to finish off quick,
that's fine.
You can get your playbook and the fundamentals established. That's something you can eliminate in August.
Yeah, no question about it, because you go right into training camp. Oh, holding on to defense. So, yeah, you go into training camp, and you already know the playbook and everything else, good and chemistry as well. So,
and that's one of the things that when you go back to a year ago, doing some field hockey over in Vermont, the whole COVID thing took that away. The road trips, the dinners, the movie nights, trying to build that team chemistry. So something we didn't see last week, trips right side. Kuzmic bounced it to Bennett. Did he catch it? They let it play, and we get the whistle, so that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from their 37.
Yeah, I was wondering, delay on the whistle there, was it lateral or not? It looked like a forward pass. That was probably the right call there. But, yeah, I even went to Massachusetts around late June, early July, do wrestling. So, the sports seasons are a little off kilter, but, at least they got the sports in.
So Day and Bennett near side. I believe that's Hughes split out far side. Conlon inside handoff. He's got room to run, and there he goes. 35, 20, 10. Touchdown, Greenwich. A 61-yard touchdown run by Matt Conlon. Greenwich is up 20-7.
Just like that, right off the turnover. I mean, they had the interception, but penalty brought them back deep in their own territory. Then a costly penalty against Tuckahoe, and then Conlon took care of the rest.
Because Kuzmic now will hold. Kelleher for the point after. It's up. It was good penetration by the Tigers, but it's up, and it's good. So with 7:47 left until halftime, the Greenwich Witches are up 21-7 over the Tuckahoe Tigers. You are watching the Class D football playoff here on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
And welcome back to Mechanicville. Greenwich on the powerhouse of Matt Conlon. A 61-yard touchdown run, and Greenwich has a 14-point lead. Kelleher with the kick off the Tuckahoe hands there of number 4, Matarazzo. And we have a good return by the Tigers. That is by Pagnotta. And the Tigers will take over at midfield.
Yeah, they had decent field position last possession, but yeah, I mean, you're only down by 2 scores. Once again, they got good field position. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, you got to feel it that if you're Tuckahoe and Coach John D'Arco, you know your offense can move the ball. You've already proved it tonight. You've done it all season. You don't hit the panic button at this point. Take your time, do what's well,
Yeah,
right?
it's only first half right now, basically halfway through the quarter. So, yeah, no time to do anything drastic right now. Just play your offense.
So here we go with Tuckahoe coming on out to the field, a little bit late, but nonetheless, Calaccio with Myers to his right. Calaccio running near side on the keeper, gets the edge, gets a gain of about 5, actually more than that.
Wow.
He's still going, and Colin pushes him out of bounds at the 32. Nice 18-yard run by Calaccio.
Yeah, walking a tightrope right there.
So Calaccio a little bit slow to get out in the field with the offense, but he was quick to the edge. Inside handoff, Myers, who hits the edge. Short gain of 3 to the far side. Hughes was in pursuit. 2nd and 7 now from the 26 of Greenwich.
So maybe a little more conservative with the running game. I mean, still not going to abandon the passing game at this point, as long as they're doing things offensively in a running game.
Yeah, I've got a little wildcat now with Myers. Lead back Jason Smith blocking for him. Myers gets a gain of 5, 6. He's close to first down yardage, and he does. So a new set of downs for Tuckahoe. Myers, who was the Section 1 Class D most valuable player against Haldane last week, has rushed for nearly 1,200 yards coming into this game and 17 touchdowns this year. Calaccio with Liberati rather.
Yeah, Greenwich almost jumped offside again. Now it looks like now we might have a false start. Let's see.
Looks like the back judge is coming up and rotating his arms, which would be a legal motion with the dead ball.
Got 4 penalties, 30 yards thus far for Tuckahoe.
Again, Coach D'Arco, speaking of last week, the turnover is uncharacteristic. He'll probably say that the turnover and the penalties are uncharacteristic of his team in this first half. Pagnotta and Liberati were to the near side. Myers off the right side. Tackle hits the edge. Gets a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 from the 17.
So a good run right there. Gets past that original line of scrimmage.
Calaccio, he's got Liberati and Myers next to him. See how they come out in the formation. You got Benke now coming to the near side with Pagnotta. Calaccio, handoff, Myers off the left tackle, cuts it upfield, and he's met by Bennett, who keeps trying to pull him back, and he's got a little help now from the rest of the defense of the Witches. So that's a gain, about 4 or 5. So it'll be
It
third
looks
and
like more
short.
there, maybe 6. Oh, they're going to give him a first?
First down.
First and goal.
Substitution, got Liberati going off, coming on. Matarazzo and Benke prominent in the passing game for the Tigers. Calaccio with Meyer to his right side. Matarazzo is in motion. Hughes on the pressure. Did he connect? No, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, just a little factoid. The press box is not at midfield. We're a little bit over on the far side here. Probably about, 10 yards from where we should. Not complaining. It's a nice press box. But I'm just saying, just see a little bit farther. Oh, we got a timeout.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll take the timeout as well as we do a little side-to-side, staying warm and keeping an eye on all sides of the field. We'll return to Mechanicville in just a couple of moments. You're watching the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
They know your voice.
Oh, we're back. All right.
And welcome back to Mechanicville. So we're having a good time with our host school here in Section 2, the Red Raiders of Mechanicville. And as we talked about a couple weeks ago when we were here doing soccer, girls soccer, in fact, it doesn't matter with Mechanicville, the sport, the occasion, they always travel well, and they're always a great host. As Myers goes up off the right side, across the 5, down to about the 4 or the 3. So it'll be 3rd and goal from there.
Yes. Looks like around the 5-yard line. But, yeah, I was up here for the soccer tournament, Section 2. So, yeah, it's a fine facility here.
Here he goes, Myers with a little wildcat off the right side. Did he get in? No, he stopped at the 2. So, interesting decision here for John Diarco. Myers is also the place kicker. This is within his range, but I'm presuming Coach Diarco would like to get this 14-point lead down to 7 as we're more than halfway through this second quarter. Colascio, Myers to his left. Going to go for it. 4th down. Do they pull him offsides? They did. Again, another offsides penalty against Greenwich.
Yeah, it's going to be half the distance.
So this will be a very interesting battle in the trenches because it's not only the senior leadership and communication in the offensive line for Greenwich. Coach Diarco raved about his offensive line in the same capacity. Greenwich almost jumped again.
That is 4 offside penalties for Greenwich.
And some very uncharacteristic penalties I think both head coaches are going to address with their respective teams at halftime. So Myers does a jog out toward the far side numbers. Colascio in the backfield by himself. Motion near side Benke. Hard count and a timeout.
Yes.
Timeout. Tuckahoe will do the same. You are watching live here on the NFHS Network.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
Welcome back to Mechanicville as we kick off the New York State Football Playoff Tournament tonight. Tim Drawbridge alongside Glenn Perry, Julie Gilboy upstairs on camera, bringing you live action here on the NFHS Network of the Class D bracket. As Tuckahoe came up the New York State Thruway and a shorter trip for Greenwich, taking on the Witches and behind 21-7, but threatening with 4th and goal from the Witches' 1-yard line.
Yeah, it'd be imperative for Tuckahoe to score a touchdown, get down by 1 score. If they don't, I mean, they'd still have Greenwich at their own 1-yard line, but they'd love to score a touchdown right here to sort of keep pace here.
Just a quick recap on the scoring. Jesse Kuzmik, a 27-yard run, the point after. Greenwich 7-0. Colascio to Pagnato from 24 yards out, tied at 7. Kuzmic to Bennett, a 20-yard touchdown pass, 14-7 with the point after, and Conlon with a 61-yard touchdown run to expand the lead to 14. Myers out of the Wildcat inside, touchdown! Michael Myers, the second Tuckahoe touchdown tonight, following the right side of his offensive line, and the point after is going to be done by Myers as well.
Yeah, good play call right there. Had the hole in that right side. They've been using the Wildcat efficiently, and they got it right there.
So an important point after, Myers again has ended up doing this all year. So he knows his legs are tired, but he's got to keep his form and placement here. Snap, Calaccio, the hole almost blocked. And it was actually tipped, but it's through the pipes. So with 4:40 left here in the second quarter, Greenwich's leads down to 7. You're watching live Class D playoff action on the NFHS network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Welcome back to Mechanicville. 4:40 left. First half. The Greenwich lead down to 7. Tuckahoe responds after some mistakes. A holding penalty, the long run by Conlon. And then Greenwich, very uncharacteristically, 4 offside penalties you've tracked, Glenn?
Yes, out of 5 penalties, 4 of them are offsides.
And it seemed like 3 were within the last 2 minutes. Bartolini with the kick, picked up by Bennett. Coming to the near side, has a blocker, loses that blocker. He's going to be taken down. He's still on his feet, but swarmed by the Tigers there. Michael Myers, one of those Tigers in there on the tackle, and it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 35 now for Greenwich.
Yeah, decent field position to start things off here for Greenwich.
So we'll see how Jesse Kuzmic ends up coming out now with the Greenwich offense. Again, Kuzmic, the quiet leader on the offensive side of the ball. He also plays defense too. Bennett sent out in motion far side. Here comes Conlon. Conlon still on his feet. First down yardage over the 50, taken down by 3 Tigers. A little bit of an assistance there too by, I believe, number 24, Aiden McPhail. And I want to just mention the fact that McPhail was in on that point after. For Tuckahoe. And that football had eyes because McPhail got his hands, his fingers at least, on that ball before it ended up getting through the uprights.
Conlon already over 100 yards here in the first half.
174 last week against Stillwater. Inside handoff. Conlon, no, he's going to go outside. And yes, nice contain on that far side by John Benke.
Yeah, that is not Matthew Conlon's game, trying to go outside. His in between the tackles and trying to carry tacklers.
He's absolutely north-south. If he's going to go tackle to tackle, he always seems to feel it out and gets to the point and then turns upfield, and that's where he ends up getting his speed going. Inside half off, Conlon. One missed tackle by Pagnato. Almost picks up the yardage lost on first down, so it'll be 3rd and 10 now from the 45 as the clock continues to count down. 3:15 until halftime.
Yeah, good tackle there by Nick Santucci right there, right from behind to stop any momentum there by Conlon.
Kuzmic looking for some additional guidance from the sideline. Bennett, Hughes split out far side, Day near side. Kuzmic fakes the inside handoff to Conlon. Sets his feet, goes back to Conlon, has Blair in front of him. That wasn't a lateral, but the Tuckahoe defense pursues the ball like it was, it's always good. You play until the whistle, so it'll be 4th down and 10 now from the Tiger 45.
Yeah, it wasn't actually a bad play call right there. Had Conlon there in the flat, just overthrew him a little bit.
So Day is out. He'll be in punt formation. Going back for the Tigers is number 24, Nicholas Pagnotta, and number 4, Jake Matarazzo. Here's Day taking his time. End over end, coming down to about the 20. Has a spin with the ball going east and west, and that's where they down the ball by number 61, Max Anatriello.
So Tuckahoe gets a stop there. And we'll get the ball back.
I have to say it's a pretty big stop, too, because they've been able to pass the ball very well here against Greenwich, and that's one of those things that they were very concerned about on Greenwich's sideline.
Yeah, we talked about Tuckahoe, being down by 2 scores, didn't panic, got the touchdown, and they got an opportunity here to tie it.
Yeah. Coach Lynette, Tigers play a pass-heavy spread scheme they haven't seen before, and they've never seen Tuckahoe before as well.
As I mentioned, we could have an opportunity of another all Section 1 state semifinal.
As Haldane is taking on Mariah as we do speak, we'll try to track down the score at halftime. Again, Section 1 has the additional wild card as we get a timeout now by Tuckahoe. We'll do the same. Back to Mechanicville in just a couple of moments here live on the NFHS network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
And welcome back to Mechanicville. 2:35 left until halftime, and Greenwich maintaining a 7-point lead. Jackson Calaccio has done a great job assuming the quarterback position again this week for Michael Annunziata. He had 4 touchdown passes last week against Haldane. He's got 2:35 here to try to move the Tigers down into scoring position. Calaccio, handoff Myers, swarmed by the Greenwich defense. Very little gain, so 2nd and 10 from their 20.
Yeah, it seems like Greenwich has stopped them on a predictable offense. Now, with the Wildcats or spreads, that's been a different issue here for Greenwich besides the interception.
And again, running the spread offense, Coach Lynette concerned about it. They hadn't seen it, like I've mentioned, and he knows his defense has got to tackle in space, and hopefully we can do a better job than we have. Got 5 wide outs, inside handoff to Matarazzo. Running the jet sweep. Again, that's something Stillwater did in the last 10 minutes after the rain and thunder delay last week up at Schuylerville, where they did have some success moving the ball late against this Greenwich defense.
Yeah, of course, I was in New Jersey. I was in Middletown, New Jersey, so we didn't have the bad weather you did up north.
Oh, it was all over the place. All the tornadoes down on Long Island.
Oh, I was there. I was there. My brother's in Bordentown. They had hail there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, in Bordentown, New Jersey, and I was in Long Island. Yeah, and they stopped the field hockey. I was there for the field hockey.
Some good matches down there. It was, what, in Garden City?
Yes. It was at Center Reach High School.
Benke on the reception, enough for first down yardage to the 30, but the clock down to 1 minute. The official will signal a stoppage in play with 1:01. We'll move the chains and set the ball and get the clock moving in motion again. 1st and 10 for Tuckahoe. Myers split out far side. That was motion that didn't get called by Benke near side. Nice catch by Connor Benke. A gain of about 7 or 8 to the 38. 2nd and 2 along 3.
And only 1 timeout left, so they got to hurry up here. I mean, they're down to 35 seconds right now.
2 wideouts both sides. Myers stayed in for some protection. Ooh, and they're going to get pass interference on Dutch Hamilton on Benke. And indeed, that's the call. Tuckahoe is going to have good field position on the Greenwich side of the field at the 45. Tuckahoe has 1 timeout remaining, Greenwich 2 until halftime.
So that's going to put him in Greenwich territory with 1 timeout remaining.
So to the 47, his 15 is walked off. Calaccio looking to the coaching staff on the far side. 3 wideouts near side, 1 to the far side. Meyer was to his right, and they set up the screen to Meyer. He's got blockers in front of him. Nice tackle almost by Paul Blair. And Myers is still running. He's running for the other side, getting to the 32 with 16.3 seconds left until halftime.
Yeah, very alert there. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Blair had Myers stopped at about the 42, but couldn't completely stop Myers, who had the momentum, and Blair not completely wrapping his arms around him. It's something Blair is going to sit back and think about all during the half.
Well, if they get close enough, they're going to kick a field goal. We'll see. I mean,
Calaccio, back to pass. Looking, he's got a receiver open deep. Goes far side short to Benke. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 34.
Now they can use the middle of the field there. They have 1 timeout remaining, so it's not that they need to go out of, try to get a sideline pattern.
Now looking at Myers kicking during pregame, they got to get the ball inside the 10 at least for him. Myers motion near side. Calaccio back to pass. He's looking near side. Picked off almost through the hands again. And guess who? Parker Jameson? No. 28. Caden McNeil.
So could have had another interception. That would have been the second. But still 1 timeout remaining. 6.3 to go. We'll see what they do here.
So I see Calaccio now on the sideline. And on the field, is this Annunziata? He was doing a lot of passing and warm-ups. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen Michael Annunziata until now. He's got Myers to his right side. 2 split-out receivers. That would be 2 wideouts each side of the field. Annunziata back to pass. Steps up, throws. He's going to be short and picked off. This time, McNeil corrals it in, and that's how we're going to go to halftime here at Mechanicville. We knew we were going to have a good ball game. It has been a very entertaining ball game, but I think both coaching staffs know exactly what they're going to address at halftime. Penalties.
Yes, penalties, and obviously Tuckahoe, maybe with the turnovers you mentioned during the pregame, they have 2, but one was basically like a Hail Mary at the end. But yeah, mistakes for Greenwich with the penalties, as you mentioned. So it should be an interesting second half here with all the adjustments.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go ahead and take the TV timeout. They'll roll the clock for about 15 minutes. We'll roll some ads. We'll have some hot chocolate, too, to warm up a bit, wake up a little bit, and come back with some outstanding second half action here. Live from Mechanicville with the Class D boys action between Tuckahoe and Greenwich here live on the NFHS network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Our halftime score, Greenwich 21, Tuckahoe 14. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the NFHS Network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
All right, a halftime score, Greenwich 21, Tuckahoe 14 here at the half. Take another timeout. You're watching the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
All right, our halftime score, Greenwich 21, Tuckahoe 14. An update from the other bracket, and that is Mariah leading Haldane 16-0 at half. So right now, both Section 1 teams are behind at half. We'll see what happens in the second half. You're watching the NFHS Network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Halftime score, Greenwich 21, Tuckahoe 14. We'll take another timeout. You're watching the NFHS Network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
Halftime score, Greenwich 21, Tuckahoe 14. We'll take one more timeout. We should be back with the second half right after this. You're watching the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Welcome back to Mechanicville. The Tuckahoe Tigers coming up from Section 1 to take on the Witches from Greenwich across the river in Washington County. And Greenwich holding on to the 21-14 lead. Tim Drawbridge alongside Glenn Perry. Julie Gilboy upstairs on camera. A very entertaining first half, but it was not mistake-free.
No, it wasn't. I mean, had penalties, especially for Greenwich. He had 4 offside penalties out of the 6 offside penalties. Here's some of the stats right now, but rushing right now, 156 to 112 in favor of Greenwich. Obviously, a lot of that going to Conlon there for the Witches. Passing yards, a little more for Tuckahoe, as you mentioned, more of the spread offense, more balanced attack here for the Tigers. First downs, 8-6. More first downs for Tuckahoe, but obviously big plays there for Greenwich.
I think 2 things stick out from those halftime stats, Glenn. Number one, the fact that Tuckahoe's been able to chuck the ball around on Greenwich when they've had to. At least they did in the first quarter. The other thing is the 2 turnovers. And, fine, the second turnover was the interception going into the halftime. But the first one, Greenwich was able to convert into that long touchdown run by Conlon.
Yes, they had a deep neutral territory after the block in the back penalty. Still converted and scored a touchdown. So they got the 7 points off the turnover. So that's key right now. It's the difference here for Greenwich.
So coming out in the second half, Tuckahoe will receive and defend the north goal. Greenwich will be kicking and defending the south goal. And when we have a few seconds, we'll recap the scoring in the first half. Jesse Kuzmic, a 27-yard touchdown run the point after. Greenwich up 7-0. Colascio to Pagnato from 24 yards out. On the touchdown pass the point after, good by Myers. We were tied at 7. Kuzmic to Bennett. At the 8:49 mark, of the second quarter. The point after 14-7 Greenwich. Then, like Glenn mentioned, the interception with the penalty and a 61-yard touchdown run by Conlon, 21-7 Greenwich, and they held on to that lead for a good part of the second quarter until Tuckahoe put a nice drive together, capped off by the 1-yard touchdown run by Meyer, who had the point after. 21-14 is where we stand.
And Tuckahoe will get the ball to start the second half, so let's see if the Tigers can tie it up here in the opening possession here to start the second half.
And Kelleher with the kick. Squib kick picked up by one of the up men. Number 28, Jason Smith, who's picked up another previous squib kick. He's still going across midfield to the 45 and the 43. Fantastic field position by Greenwich, and this is something that they ended up having a hard time with during the course of the season, at least early in the season, because they beat Stillwater last week soundly 31-7. They played Stillwater back in week 2, winning 27-19, but it was a game and special teams errors that allowed Stillwater to close the gap with good field position on kickoff returns like we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have done a pretty good job returning the, getting the kickoff returns here for decent field position. I mean, obviously the Tigers starting out in Greenwich territories, which is a bonus here.
So, Galascio, who ended up having a good first half. Myers, handoff, left side. Still on his feet, still going across the 35, taken down there. It'll be second and a very long 1 or 2. Again, Coach Lynette from Greenwich concerned about the speed, the athleticism, and the ability of Tuckahoe to be able to stretch the field out and how their defense for Greenwich would respond to tackling in open space. Myers again, handoff left side, gets the first down. He's down to the 20. Out of bounds, about the 13. Depending on the spot, it is the 13. 1st and 10. Tuckahoe rolling on.
Yeah, this would be a very good statement here if they can get the opening score here to start the second half. Tie things up. Yeah, good running thus far from Myers.
Galascio with Myers to his right. Handoff going up the middle, following his blockers, still going. Gets a gain of about 5. Down to about the 11, maybe the 12. It'll be second down and 5.
Yeah, good running up the middle right there. A little change of pace from the outside and going up the middle.
A little bit of an offset in the pistol to the right side. Galascio, Myers following his blocker in front of him, taken down for a short gain. Gain of about 2 inside the 10, down to the 9. So it's going to be third down and a long 2 now for Tuckahoe.
Probably still going to feed Myers here.
Benke and Pagnotta shift over to the left side.
Maybe not. Let's see. Different formation.
Going to run to the left side. They do. Myers behind the tackle. Looks like he got maybe 1, but he's still short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
Yeah, a long one there, so...
You can hear the Greenwich faithful just below us. Nice traveling group for Tuckahoe. They had a couple of buses come up behind the football team today. 4 wideouts to the far near side. Benke split to the far side on the 10. Galascio still looking to the sideline for some sort of guidance, and they're going to take a timeout.
Wow.
We'll do the same. You're watching the NFHS Network.
This event is brought to you by Champion. Since 1919, Champion has created the durable, authentic sportswear you need to conquer your goals. As the official uniform and apparel provider for the NFHS, Champion helps athletes at every level make their mark, the mark of a champion. View our apparel today at champion.com.
Another nice kickoff return by Jason Smith of the Tigers gave great field position for Tuckahoe on the Greenwich side of the field and been able to drive the ball down to inside the 10. But they need to convert here to be able to continue the drive. 4th down and a long 2 for Tuckahoe. Seemed to be some confusion when they were lining up over the ball, and Coach John Diarco didn't like what he was seeing and decided to take the timeout.
And for head coach Brandon Linnett, probably told his defense, don't jump offside.
And they're going to get Benke, who was running onto the field for a dead ball foul and motion. So another mistake by Tuckahoe. And they're going to have a conference now. And it is a dead ball foul, illegal motion against Tuckahoe.
Yeah, that's huge now. So you're going to probably have to change the play here.
It would have been one thing if Benke was moving laterally, east and west, but he was moving toward the line of scrimmage to get on the line. So it'll be 4th and a long 6-7 from the 15. 2 wideouts split each side, near side Benke, Pagnotta, far side John Benke. I believe Annunziata. Myers is going to be lined up to the right of Colascio. And another flag delay a game.
Wow.
So that's going to put Tuckahoe back another 5 yards. So all the momentum that they had, you put a little bit of confusion into the recipe, and they come out of the timeout with 2 major mental mistakes.
Yes, I mean, I don't know what they're going to play call here, so probably going to end up be another play call change here.
So 4th and 12 from about the 19. Same formation described to you just a few seconds ago. Colascio with Myers to his right side in the backfield. Myers in motion, coming near side. Colascio back to pass. Has a receiver open. He's going to him. Number 4, Annunziata, touchdown. Annunziata from Colascio, 19 yards out, and we're a point away from tying this ball game up.
And he just got that ball off, too. Nice presence to stay in the pocket to release, and he knew he was going to get hit once he threw the football.
And Colascio, who took the hit on the pass, will line things up for Myers with the block, and Myers will try the point after. Greenwich has been able to get good penetration, got their finger on the ball by McPhail on the last point after. Low line drive, and it's no good. That's a big miss on a point after, and let's see if it comes back to haunt Myers and the Tigers. So with 9:08 left, third quarter here in Mechanicville, and the Class D playoff in the regional here, Greenwich holds the 1-point lead, 21-20. You're watching the NFHS Network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
And welcome back to Mechanicville. A 19-yard touchdown pass from Colascio to Annunziata. The point after is no good. And Greenwich with a 21-20 lead. Again, a squib kick that touches one of the up men, taken by number 28, Caden McNeil, at the 40. He goes down immediately. Pagnotta, one of the players getting up from the pile. It's a 1st and 10 for Greenwich now, their first offensive series in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. Once again, decent field position, the 40-yard line. So let's see if they're going to have a heavy dose here of Matthew Conlon here in the second half.
Conlon, I believe you said he had over 100 yards in the first half?
Yes, I had 111.
Hughes. Bennett. Split out far side. Conlon on the inside with the handoff. Still going. Leans over, gets another 2. Gets down just beyond the 43, so it's going to be a 2nd and long 6, a short 7.
I don't know how he squirmed through there. He's at the line of scrimmage, somehow squirted through for some positive yardage.
Talking to the coaches in pregame last week, you walk past Conlon, and you just look, I'm like, he looks like he can hit a ram sled at 600 pounds. He squats about 450. Conlon using the power of those legs to push forward for another gain of 2 to the 46, maybe 3. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 now, and a whistle, an official's timeout because Thaddeus Curlow loses his shoe.
Yes, equipment problem, as they say. Flat tire.
Gotta hate when you have a flat tire.
Yeah.
So let's see, we got Tyler Day splitting out to the far side, kind of a pistol full house backfield. Kuzmic behind the block of Hughes. Oh, nice play. Connor Benke gets Kuzmic down immediately. And it'll be 4th and 3. A very interesting call now for Coach Brandon Lynette.
Yeah, they're probably going to... looks like they're not going to punt. Looks like they're going to go for it. I thought they were going to punt here.
Some confusion. Bennett was going back toward Kuzmic, but he stays on the near side. Trips to the far side. Still some confusion as Hughes is now running to the near side. Conlon in motion. Oh, wow. Great play. John Benke. Kuzmic somehow gets out of it and they get the first down. You could not have had better backside contained by John Benke, and the vision that Coach Brandon Lynette spoke about the last couple of weeks following Greenwich was absolutely clear. Not only the vision, but the athleticism to get those 3-4 yards and a new set of downs.
Yeah, that's just good instincts there by Jesse Kuzmic. I mean, he had Conlon in the backfield, didn't decide to pitch it to him, and somehow, I don't know how he got out of it. He should have been tackled right in the backfield, but somehow he got away with it.
Great play by Kuzmic. New set of downs from the 50. Kuzmic back to pass, has a receiver coming over the middle, doesn't see him, makes some nice zigzagging moves, crosses the 50 down to the 45. A gain of 5 and a 2nd down, long 5, long 6 for Greenwich.
Yeah, once again, he didn't see anybody downfield, so he just took off with it.
It looked like he had Jaden Hughes coming on from the far side, kind of on a post pattern, but he didn't pick up on him right away. Kuzmic with Conlon behind him. Conlon up the middle, little deceptions. McPhail was also going in as a lead block and kind of helping out the right tackle with the blocking. 3rd and 2 now for Greenwich.
Well, think of it here. They don't get it here. They're probably going to go for it again on 4th. So probably might see a heavy dose of Conlon right here.
Here's Kuzmic, Bennett in motion. Conlon leading the charge. Kuzmic still on his feet after initial contact. No gain, maybe a loss of 1. Nice tackle there. Benke in on the tackle. Pagnotta in on the tackle. So 4th down and 4 for Greenwich. Conlon now coming out toward the near side. Hughes, Bennett, McPhail now in motion, coming from right to left. Kuzmic, he has real estate in front of him, and he lunges for the first down.
He should have it.
Taking out one of the near side officials, too.
From where I saw it, he didn't go out of bounds. He stretched the ball. He should have it. Yeah, he does have it.
So Kuzmic showing off his athleticism here in the second half, making some fantastic plays. Kuzmic, a 4-year starter, speaks highly of his offense, that it's versatile. The offensive line, no real weaknesses. And here goes Conlon behind that big opening right side, bouncing off Pagnotta. There goes Conlon again. Inside the 10. Conlon again. And speaking of the offensive line, simultaneous, Conlon goes off the right side big again.
Yeah, that was a big hole in that right side. He took advantage of it.
Some big swings of momentum here early in the third quarter. Conlon, initial point of contact. He's still going inside the 5, down to the 2. Halloran tried to get him up high, bounced right off him. Clock still running, 4:25 left, third quarter action here. Live, the Class D playoff. Live on the NFHS network in Mechanicville. Handoff, Conlon off the right side. He's going to go in. So Greenwich responds. Conlon from 3 yards out. The point after pending. And Greenwich is up by 7.
Yeah, good drive there by the Witches. By Kuzmic and Conlon right there on that drive.
So Kelleher on for the point after. Blocked. That was a huge play by Tuckahoe, considering Myers missed the point after before. So the score remains 27-20. Greenwich up. We'll come back to Mechanicville here in a few moments, live on the NFHS network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
And welcome back live to Mechanicville. We have played almost 8 minutes here in the third quarter. And Glenn Perry, talk about swings of momentum in a furious way.
Yeah, I mean, 2 good drives right there from both teams. We talked about getting drives to start the second half. Well, Tuckahoe did that. Missed the extra points. They were down by 1 on that pass play there. It was a key fourth down pass play that they had by Galicio.
To be able to get the touchdown.
Correct. And then, obviously, Greenwich with their running game with Conlon and Kuzmic. But they missed the extra point as well, so we're still at a 7-point game.
And Tuckahoe able to overcome those 2 penalties coming out of the timeout to get that touchdown pass to Annunziato. Kelleher, the kickoff. Off of Matarazzo's chest. He corrals it in for a short kickoff return, 5, 6, maybe 7 yards. And that's where Tuckahoe will take over. 1st and 10 from their 43. Now you got to give credit to Tuckahoe and Coach John Diarco. This is his second phase of coaching the Tigers, second year back on this second part of the tour.
Second tenure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they ended up going to the state championship 4 times the first time around, winning it twice. I believe it was 2006 and 2010. And I asked him last night on the phone, is there anything regarding the year, how you took a young squad and kind of brought that experience back? And he's like, no. And I talked to him, how was the trip up? We did this, we did that. It was very structured. I'm like, so you drew upon your experience from your 4 runs to Syracuse. Exactly. So kind of played it close to the vest last night, but you knew he was going to draw upon that experience somehow, some way.
Yes. Whatever works, he's going to use it. And that's exactly what he did.
4 wideouts near side. advantage Tigers based on how the defensive alignment set up for Greenwich. Somebody's going to get open over the middle. Available in front of him was Pagnotta. It goes to Connor Benke for a short gain of about 5. 3rd and 7. Trips in tight, close off the left tackle. Calaccio, back to pass. He's got somebody coming open, but is that a fumble? I think it's a fumble. Myers got on it. McPhail was in there for Greenwich, but I think Myers got to it, so it's going to be 4th down and long distance for Tuckahoe.
There's a major loss right there. There's a loss of about maybe 15 on that.
They're very lucky to get that ball back, considering how many green jerseys were in the backfield for Greenwich. So Calaccio is back in punt formation. Bennett back for Greenwich. High snap. End over end coming up short. And a good bounce for Tuckahoe as Bennett walks away. And Annunziato, check that, Matarazzo touches it down at the 32. That's where Greenwich will take over. 1st and 10. We'll take the timeout for watching the NFHS Network. And welcome back to Mechanicville. Greenwich quick up onto the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs the far side. Conlon behind Kuzmic. Conlon's got the ball. Puts his head right into the line. Pushes forward a gain of 1, maybe 2. And it is 2 as we look at the far side official in the spot. 2nd and 8 from the 34.
Let's see if Tuckahoe puts 8 in the box, just trying to stop the run at this point, because I don't think Greenwich has thrown a pass yet here in the second half.
So Conlon comes off. He looks a little ginger walking on the sidelines. McPhail takes over from him. Pitch and catch. Kuzmic to Bennett for about 8-9, and a new set of downs for the Witches. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Just as to say that, pass play.
And now Bennett comes off the field, seeming to be a little bit ginger on the gate. Has he got to fix his headband? Yep. So Bennett's getting stretched out down below. Substitutions in a moment. Kuzmic.
Looks like Aiden McPhail's in the backfield now.
I believe that's Parker split out. McPhail taking over for Conlon. And I want to say it was McPhail, one of the backs that took over when Conlon went out a couple of weeks ago against Chatham. Conlon's back on the field now as Hamilton comes racing off. Jamison being motioned to the far side. McPhail's lined up behind the right tackle. Hughes far side. Can't catch the near side receiver. Looks like Day. Handoff. Conlon up the middle. Pulls right through second level. A gain of about 6, maybe 7 is going to be 3rd and very short.
Seeing that power running here in the second half. We'll see if Conlon's going to wear out this Tuckahoe defense.
As we get to the point of almost closing off this third quarter, they will run one more play. Conlon behind Kuzmic. Lead block by McPhail. Nice run by Conlon. The same type of play he ended up scoring on the short touchdown run a little while ago. So with 18.5 seconds left now with the stoppage and moving the chains, Greenwich has a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from inside the 40.
Well, I don't have to run another play. Let's see if they will or not.
And it looks like they will be very, very content to let this clock run out. Other action, Rye beat Minnesink Valley 31-21. in the Class C playoff. Last check, Mariah had a 16-0 lead over Haldane at the half up north. In the meantime, we'll take the TV timeout. We've played 3. Greenwich 27, Tuckahoe 20. You're watching the NFHS Network. And welcome back to Mechanicville, the host, the neutral site of the Class D playoff between Greenwich and Tuckahoe. 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Conlon following his blockers right side, starting to wear down this Tuckahoe defense. A long gain of 8, maybe 9 seconds in short yardage for Greenwich. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Haldane and Mariah. Again, Haldane has the wild card in the bracket here in Class D. It'll come to Section 2 in 2023. But right now we're worried about 2021, and Mariah has a 22-0 lead, 4th quarter, up at Ausable Valley.
It looks like Mariah's in good shape right now.
Kuzmic, Conlon, just bulldozes. He lose the ball.
I was wondering if he fumbled there.
Scramble dash inside. And it looks like Greenwich has maintained possession, and if they have, that's a new set of downs from the 27. You can always tell when the ball comes loose because all of a sudden you start seeing a mad dash by the players on the field trying to get it. Conlon stood up. Nice initial contact. Couldn't get the number right away. Benke was involved, number 73.
Looked like Patrick O'Halloran was in there as well. It looked like he tried to strip the ball away from Conlon.
Rochelle was in on the tackle. It's a Kuzmic. I apologize, it's Kuzmic. I have Jessie Zant just to my left here. She's keeping me straight and on the narrow here with all the pronunciations on both sides. So here comes Kuzmic, 2nd and 10. Handoff Conlon. Second level of defense down to the 20, so it's going to be 3rd and a long 2, maybe 3 for Greenwich.
So I got 26 carries thus far for Conlon. About 192 yards.
He beats his pace from last week, 20 for 174. Motion, I believe, is McPhail. Nice point of Kuzmic kept it. Nice deception on the handoff. He's going to get the edge. Can he get the corner? Out of bounds. Touchdown. They gave it to him. Greenwich 33. Tuckahoe 20. Kuzmic, the 20-yard run.
That's a good zone read right there from Kuzmic.
And he absolutely got everybody here in the press box on how good he ended up doing that ball handoff to Conlon and then ripping it out from his stomach and taking it to the edge and then racing to the corner. So here we go with Kelleher for the point after. Kuzmic scoring the touchdown, now has to hold. Snap, kick, up, and it is good. 9:51 left here in Mechanicville, and Greenwich is up with a 14-point lead. We'll be back here in a few moments here live on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Welcome back here to Mechanicville. Jesse Kuzmic, nice fake handoff on the run pass option, kept it 20 yards to the corner. The point after good, and Greenwich a 34-20 lead. Glenn.
Yeah, they got the two scores back right there, up by 14. So pretty good shape right here. If they can really stop Tuckahoe here in this possession, they should have control of this game.
Here's Kelleher with the squib, one of the up backs. Number 7 for Tuckahoe. Fleming gets the ball back to the 38. So let's see how Calaccio comes out and what Coach John Diarco sends for his players to go out and execute. Down by 14. Not that it's not manageable, but this is where you look at the clock and you figure you got to get a quick score.
Yes. And as you mentioned, 9:46 to go. Got to get a score here before be a score down, get the possession, hold them, stop them on defense, and then get the possession back. I'm looking on the sidelines right now. Is that Deontay Bennett there? It looks like might have cramped up or an apparent knee injury. We'll see.
He's definitely feeling the top backside of his right leg. Calaccio, nope, check that. Meyer out of the pistol. Gets a gain of 3 over the 40 to the 41, so it's 2nd and 7 as Calaccio comes back on the field with Matarazzo. You got to figure Calaccio is going to look for Benke, Matarazzo, both Connor Benke and John Benke.
Yeah, they got an empty backfield right now, so let's see if the Greenwich defense can stop the spread here.
John Benke split out basically on the 40 near side as Calaccio calls signals. Ball! And it's a turnover. Greenwich ball. Andy McPhail. Aiden McPhail, rather. McPhail, the ball was right on the ground, and all he had to do is drop on it and cradle it like a baby, like Coach always told you. And Greenwich gets the turnover and has the momentum.
Yeah, it's turnover number 3 there for Tuckahoe. And you had mentioned it, Tuckahoe had to stop the turnovers, and not tonight. It's their 3rd.
And that was one of the keys to the game we spoke about coming in just a couple of hours ago. Update from Sable Valley at the end of 3. Mariah 22, Haldane nothing. The winner of this game and the winner of that game gets a trip to Middletown a week from tomorrow with a 3 o'clock kick. Nice handoff. Number 12, Jaden Hughes. He's been split out wide most of the night, but Hughes now out in the backfield. As Conlon's on the sidelines, he looks like he's chomping to get in, but you got to figure he's had almost 200 yards rushing, a 14-point lead, and Coach Lynette wants to get out of here at this point with a lead and a victory and being healthy.
Yes, I was just going to say he's going to start using some other players here late in this game.
Here we go with Hughes off the right side. Crosses the 25, down to the 24, a gain of 2, maybe 3. So this is going to be 3rd down now. And a long 6 or 7. Now keep in mind, Conlon last week, going into the game with Stillwater, had an oblique injury. Everybody was concerned he didn't play the first series. They were hoping he was just going to play defense, because at least at that point, you can kind of control the hit you're going to take versus taking the hit, being the target as a running back. And he turned around, he was a bull in a china shop. Kuzmic, Hughes, still going, down to about the 22. So it's going to be 3rd and 3, and an interesting call now for Coach Brandon Lynette.
I was going to say, yeah, with the Class D, you're going to see a lot of two-way players. So you mentioned, yeah, with the one injury, you're going only one way, but it tells you how tough he is.
Kuzmic in the backfield. He's got Jaden Hughes behind him. McPhail off behind the right tackle. Hughes behind the right guard in the tackle. And I think momentum in the driving force of the line gets the first down here as Greenwich gets down to the 17.
Greenwich with another fresh running back. Really starting to wear down. Tuckahoe here.
That's one thing Coach Lynette said last week. He reiterated again this week. We have a lot of weapons on offense. His big concern was defense and how Tuckahoe would operate with that zone running scheme in the passing game. Short carry for Hughes. Gain of 2 down to the 15. 2nd and 8 as the clock now is down to 6.5 left here in the fourth quarter, live from Mechanicville on the NFHS network. Tim Drawbridge alongside Glenn Perry. Julie Gilboy upstairs on camera. We expected an outstanding game. It has been. But the momentum at this point in time seems to be on the Greenwich side of the field. McPhail off the left side. Good pursuit, good swarming here by Tuckahoe the last several plays. And it'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, if anything on this drive, that Greenwich is really chewing his clock. Up by 2 scores. And Tuckahoe only has 2 timeouts remaining, so they had to use one early in that second half.
Very early in the second half. Kuzmic with McPhail. McPhail to his right side. Inside handoff, McPhail off the guard and the tackle on the left side. Still going. Did he fumble?
I think he did.
He did fumble. So Tuckahoe takes advantage of the first turnover by Greenwich. Coach John Diarco is going to be very ecstatic on the opposite side. Conversely, Coach Lynette's going to throw his hands up like he just pulled his skull cap down and said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, he said, fumble, at least run some more clock. It would have been 4th down, but they would have run the clock.
So perusing the sideline for Greenwich, Bennett is still favoring that right leg. Conlon's still on the sidelines as well. Colacio, 2 receivers split out both sides. He's got Myers to his left in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to pass. Has a receiver available. Decides to go short to Pagnotta. And the pass was short too. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, I know Tuckahoe got the turnover, but they're deep in their own territory, so obviously it's imperative for the Tigers at least get, a couple first downs, at least get out of it deep in their own end.
I'd be remiss in not sharing this aspect of Michael Myers and how he's honored his uncle Rich, a Yonkers police officer who recently passed away. Again, racking up 352 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against Haldane. Colacio rolls far side. Pass is incomplete. Stops the clock. 5:06 remaining now. But it's 3rd and 10 from deep inside their own territory.
Obviously, Greenwich have the same defense here. Probably still going to pass the ball here on 3rd down unless they have a draw play drawn up.
Three wideouts to the near side, 1 far side. I believe that's Myers to the right of Colacio. Colacio looking near side, sacked. Taken down. Aiden McPhail making amends for losing the ball on offense moments ago. The clock continues to run, and it'll be 4th down, long distance from inside their own 5.
That was about a 7 or 8 yard loss right there.
Galascio was looking near side with the 3 wideouts on their routes and didn't see McPhail coming off the edge and steamrolling him into the ground.
Is this our first punt of the game?
Yep. Second.
Second.
Galascio from punt formation. Ball gets out to the 40, but it's on their side of the field. So with 4:16 left here in Mechanicville, Greenwich is just 4 minutes away from the trip to Middletown to take on either Haldane or Mariah. We'll come back to Mechanicville in just a few moments. You're watching the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player and select DVD or digital copy to get yours today.
Yeah, West. Welcome back to Mechanicville. Great to be back here after having done girls soccer 2 weeks ago and watching Sable Valley beat Schoharie. They have ultimately won the Class D girls soccer championship. Right now, Greenwich with Hughes up the middle for a nice gain of 12. Greenwich, all the momentum on their side, wearing down this Tiger defense as Hughes is on for Conlon, who is apparently a little bit dinged up on the sideline, but hey, can you really blame him with all the hits he took again tonight?
Yes.
Nearly 200 yards rushing after 174 last week.
Yeah, a lot of depth in this running game. Yeah, give the offensive line credit. They've done a nice job.
4 seniors on that offensive line. Up the middle by Hughes, zigzagging through, ball on the ground. Covered up by Greenwich. Don't know if he was on the ground first. It looks like they are going to say that the ball was fumbled and then the possession regained by Greenwich. So 2nd and 4 from the 24. Again, the senior leadership with that offensive line, Glenn. Hunter Dixon, Jackson Javaric, Ryan Ailing, who's the center, Ethan Banfield, and Gavin Blair, who played a great game on defense last week, shadowing C.J. Meyer from Stillwater. Hughes again off the right side. A gain of 5, and it looks like a new set of downs for Greenwich as we're now under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, or fourth quarter.
Let's see if they can run the clock out here. I don't think Tuckahoe is going to call timeout.
The one loss that Tuckahoe has had all year, Dobbs Ferry, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they're only one of 2 Class D schools down near New York City in Section 1.
Yeah, a lot of Section 1 schools are big schools.
Hughes off the right side again. Clearly Greenwich has found something here with Hughes following the right guard and the right tackle for Greenwich. He's got the ball down to the 10, and we're seeing the clock get down to 2 minutes left here in Mechanicville.
I think if they get a first down here, they're probably going to run the clock out.
And ironically, the one loss to Dobbs Ferry, a team that's very similar to Greenwich, being very, very physical. The final score on October 9th, 34-20.
How come I knew that was coming?
Buck 40 left. Kuzmic just letting that clock tick down. Handoff, Hughes. Nice tackle by Myers, who lets out a little bit of frustration. Myers playing very well on both sides of the ball tonight for Tuckahoe.
Yeah, we've mentioned his name a lot here tonight for Tuckahoe.
.110 left until Greenwich officially punches their ticket to Middletown a week from tomorrow at 3 p.m. All the coverage here live on the NFHS network. Hughes, nice tackle, at least point of contact by number 54, Patrick Halloran. And we get a timeout now by Tuckahoe, surprisingly, with 46.7 seconds left. Interesting timeout, but maybe Coach John D'Arco is going to give the appropriate acknowledgement to his seniors coming off the field, perhaps one by one on substitution.
Yes. And we'll see what the Greenwich does here in fourth. Obviously going to go for it. They're going to try to get it first and run the clock out. If not, then Tuckahoe has a shot, maybe go score a touchdown with only one timeout remaining.
So if Mariah holds on to the lead with Haldane, and Mariah's up in Section 10 on the west side of Lake Champlain, and Greenwich is from Washington County on the other side of the river here.
Okay.
Neither one can complain about the distance they have to travel to Middletown next weekend.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
So here we go with fourth down for Greenwich. Kuzmic dropping back, pursued, gets out of it, uses athleticism, throws, touchdown. Number 81, Tyler Day. A 13-yard touchdown pass. And with 36.8 seconds left here in Mechanicville, Greenwich has punched their ticket to Middletown next Saturday.
Well, you know what Greenwich said? They said, okay, you're going to call timeout? All right, we'll throw a touchdown pass. We'll go for broke.
Kicks up. The kick is good. So with 36.8 seconds left here in Mechanicville, the lead is extended to 21. The Witches from Greenwich in Washington County, 41-20 over the Tuckahoe Tigers. We'll be back to Mechanicville in just a couple of moments here on the NFHS Network.
When you need care, you need it fast. But you need it done with a gentle hand. We make caring an active choice, so you feel it the moment you walk in the door. Or when you log in. Urgent caring means we always listen to your needs and put you at ease. No matter what you walk in for, we'll make getting better feel better. It's what we do, because every chance we get is a chance to show we care. MedExpress. Urgent caring.
Welcome back to Mechanicville. Greenwich very impressive here in the fourth quarter, able to extend the lead by 14 and take the 21-point lead. As number 2, Jax Calaccio, about a 10, 12-yard return taken down at the 40 by Hughes, and it'll be 1st and 10 with 29.8 seconds left here in Mechanicville. Got to give credit to Tuckahoe. They played a very good game most of this game. Penalties got in the way. But the key, I think, Glenn, were the 3 turnovers.
Yes, especially the first interception and then the fumble. Yes.
Both of those turnovers were converted for points by Greenwich. The long touchdown run with the pick in the first half. The first turnover by Conlon. And then this last touchdown by Greenwich. Calaccio, handoff to Myers. Nice backside pursuit there by McPhail, who's had a stand out fourth quarter minus the fumble. And the clock is just going to run out.
Ladies and gentlemen, one step closer headed to Middletown.
And a final. Greenwich 41, Tuckahoe 20. And we have a final from Ausable Valley. Mariah, the Vikings over Haldane 22-0. So next Saturday here live on the NFHS Network at 3 o'clock. It's Greenwich and Mariah to play for the Eastern Region. Opportunity to take one more step further to the Carrier Dome in 2 weeks.
Yes, it'd be exciting. I mean, you're one step away from the Carrier Dome. I mean, how awesome is that for Greenwich to play next week in Middletown against Moriah? So that should be one heck of a game. Probably see another high-scoring affair.
Wouldn't doubt it. Again, Moriah, we saw them a couple of years ago get to the Carrier Dome. I think it was pretty much a surprise victory in Middletown to be able to get to the Carrier Dome in the Class D Super Bowl. And I think at this point in time, Greenwich is poised and ready to be able to take Moriah on. The two questions leaving this game for Greenwich: what is the health of Conlon and Bennett, since they both got dinged up in the fourth quarter?
Yes, I think I'd be a little more concerned about Bennett with the knee injury, but I think Conlon, he'll be okay for next week. He had a lot of carries. I think I had him for 26 carries. That's a lot of carries. But we'll see if he has enough rest for next week against Moriah. And as I mentioned, Bennett's a little more concerned because he didn't come in late in the game against Tuckahoe. So got to keep an eye out on that.
So Conlon, nearly 200 yards rushing. Kuzmic, 3 total touchdowns, 1 on a 27-yard touchdown run to open the scoring up way back in the first quarter. 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Bennett, 1 today. And our final is 41-20 here in Mechanicville. So as we get ready to sign off, we're going to leave the camera on, the mic hot, and listen to our public address announcer here from Mechanicville as the awards are handed out here in the first regional game between Tuckahoe and Greenwich. Congratulations to Tuckahoe on a great season. Congratulations to Greenwich. And we'll look forward to seeing you playing in Middletown against Moriah next Saturday. So, for Glenn Perry, Julie Gilboy, and our entire team with the NFH Network, I'm Tim Drawbridge. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week live from Middletown.
From Section 2. On behalf of the entire Section 2 football committee, we'd like to congratulate both teams on reaching the New York State Regional Round of Play and on an outstanding effort here tonight. Tonight's awards, we'll start out with Offensive Player for Tuckahoe, Player of the Game, number 21, Michael Myers. And your outstanding Offensive Player of the Game for Greenwich is number 26, Matt Conley. Tonight's game awards. The Class D Regional Participation Certificates, Regional Finalist Plaques, and NYSPHAA Spalding Football will now be presented to the coaches and their great season. Coach Diarco, Coach Lynette. Certificates being handed out. Congratulations, Tuckahoe. Congratulations, Greenwich. We have two champions. We have 2 plaques to hand out. The first plaque goes to Coach Diarco and the Tuckahoe Tigers. The second plaque, the regional championship plaque, goes to Coach Lynette in the Greenwich Witches. The Greenwich Witches will now advance on to the New York State High School football semifinal next weekend, where they will face the winner of the game between Section 1 and Section 9 on Friday, November 26th at Middletown High School. Kickoff is scheduled for 3 p.m. Congratulations and good luck. The Section 2 football committee would like to thank all of today's fans for your support of New York State high school football. Also, thank you to the National Federation of High School for putting on the live play-by-play tonight. We appreciate you.